Today on the channel, I'm going to talk about one of my other obsessions besides guitars. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yes, you've reached the Marty 5150 channel, but what we have here today is my second obsession, which is cars. I love automotives, and I thought I would show you real quick a second part of my life. This is, I guess, my midlife crisis. I've owned this car for about 4 years maybe. This is a 2006 Porsche Boxster. This is the poor man's Porsche. And it's only got 93,000 miles on it, and it runs awesome. I had to jump start it because it's been in storage for a while. I store it for a few months out of the year when it's winter time, and I only drive it maybe half a dozen, well, probably a dozen times a year on nice days during the summer. But the good weather's on its way, so I figured I'd get it out, get it jump started, get it checked over, and it needs tags. So getting ready for the spring. So I thought I'd give you a look at my midlife crisis Porsche Boxster. I love this car. This thing is cool. I love the color of it. And just like a hot, cool guitar, sports cars kind of go hand in hand. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so I've got the engine running because I don't want to stop it because, you know, it's been jump started and I'm letting the battery charge up a little bit. I need to buy a new battery for this thing. Lord knows what that's going to cost, probably $200 or so. But this car is in, almost said this guitar, this car is in awesome shape for its year. It's a 06. This thing is going on 20 years old. And it's a mid-engine car. For those of you that know anything about Porsches, know that this is a mid-engine Porsche, similar to, you know, I would say it's kind of similar to a 911. It really is fast. I mean, the car cooks. It handles like a tiger. Just giving you the all-around look here. Let me show you the interior of the car. Inside of it looks great. There's obviously no room in the back for children. Now the inside, I've got a few dash lights on. It's warning me that the roof of the car, the sensor is messed up because I don't have the little elbow rods connected to automatically raise the roof at this moment. It does work, but I have it disconnected for the time being. Look at those cup holders. Those cup holders are very unusual. This is a base model Boxster. It's got sport mode. It's a 5-speed. Super clean. Check out this. There's the front and there's the rear trunk. So when we go up to the front of the car, it's dirty, man. This thing, I keep it under a car cover, but it's dusty. But there's what the front looks like. Headlights need to be professionally buffed out and shined up. Those things are kind of grubby looking. Got some bird poop on it. Overall, this thing needs a good wash. Then I pop the trunk here. This is what the trunk looks like. There's some spare parts. I've never had to do any maintenance to this car. at all. One thing that's weird is you fill the oil here, and then here's the coolant. There's not a way to check the oil in this car because there's no dipstick. So you have to rely on the dashboard, the console. So this is an old console right here. When I bought the car, the console was a little bit messed up, like a bad LED watch, so I put a new console in it. That's the only thing I had to do with it when I bought it. That way I could read the oil levels and stuff like that. It's kind of a weird design. There's no spare tire because the tires are so big they won't fit in the trunk. So inside this thing here, you've got like an emergency kit that's in here that gives you like your tire. It's got some tire goo. So if you have a blown out tire, you can pump it up and put the goo in it. But I'm like, what happens if you just shred your tire? I mean, if you just shred your tire, you're out of luck. You got to call a tow truck. This car, like Volkswagens and Porsches and sports cars, it's got a little thing right there you push out, and it's got a hook that you connect to the front so you can get towed, get it pulled onto a tow truck. Thankfully, never had to do that. When you shut the hood, you got to usually put two hands here and push down real good. If you don't push that down really good, the trunk light stays on, and your battery will be dead, which kind of sucks. If your battery dies on this car, there's a fuse panel underneath here that there's a little red jumper rod that you pull out, and you put a jumper cable on that red rod, and then you put your ground on this, and it allows you to pop the trunk. So I've had to do that a few times. That was a unnerving thing the initial time I did that. But yeah, that's cool. I'll show you what it looks like with the top down. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the top down. It only takes about 15 seconds, 20 seconds to put the top down manually. And so there you go. Midlife crisis or just a lot of fun, right? Rock and roll, guitars. That's what you got to do in life. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Comment below. Have a great day. Peace out.